Attention metalheads! Want to rep the classic metal show everywhere you go? Head to the CMS store and grab some killer swag. Whether it's coffee cups, t-shirts, wall art, or even phone cases, we've got you covered with all things CMS, featuring our iconic logo and badass mascot Rex. Don't miss out. Visit cmsstore.cmspn.com today. Support the show, show off your style, and rock on with the classic metal show.
Hey, I'm Brandon.
And I'm Bishop from Crowbot.
And you're watching CMS TV.
Tune in at the lunchtime hour for some Zeppelin, for some Misty Mountain Hop to get you through your lunchtime hour.
And then we're going to go deep in the vault with a little Deep Purple with a little song called Smoke on the Water.
We're going way back into the rock vault.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to dig a tunnel to get to this one. Here's Dream On from Aerosmith.
It's funny.
Yeah. You know what? I was in the vault and I was digging around and I found tucked away. This could not have been played in years. It's been so tucked away in the vault.
I had to blow the dust off of it so it didn't clog up the CD players.
In fact, I didn't even know what it was. So I just went and I blew the dust off, and it was a true classic, friends. It's Us and Them by Pink Floyd.
I can't believe I found this in the rock vault. It's a lost classic.
Yeah, lost classic.
WNCX.
Yeah, it's another brick in the wall, part 2. We're digging deep into the vaults here. Holy cow.
Right.
You really got me.
So let's go really back in time and let's really dig deep. Let's play some Skynyrd Freebird.
Yeah, that's a great one. You know what? In fact, I want to keep it deep in this segment, so we're going to do a double shot of Skynyrd. Here's Sweet Home Alabama right behind it.
I haven't heard that one in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, since I rock and rolled.
Yeah. Da-down. Fucking radio stinks. Why at one time did we both want to be in that fucking shitty business?
Well, because that's all we had. We didn't have the options and the choices we have now. So that's all we had. I was thinking about that actually earlier this week.
Yeah.
When we were growing up in the late 60s, early 70s, the only mediums we had was 3 stations on television,
right?
ABC, NBC, CBS, and maybe a local station.
Yeah, like 43.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And all we had was FM radio, AM FM radio, but FM obviously had taken over at that point. Yeah. That's all we had.
I don't even remember. And you're a little older than me. You may remember it. Do you remember a time when music was played on the AMs?
Yes.
I do not remember that.
I do. That's when I heard Chicago for the first time. I heard it on Wixie in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Wixie. That's where Rush Limbaugh actually started out as a disc jockey.
Okay. I always remember AM was where you would get your sports talk.
Right.
And FM was where you'd get your music.
Well, I'll tell you when I discovered FM radio.
Okay.
We moved to the Akron, Ohio area in 71, I think. No, this wasn't. This was outside of Youngstown. This was over in the Youngstown area. I listened to Y103.
Okay.
And that was FM.
Sure.
And that's when I discovered FM. But prior to that, living in the Pittsburgh area, it was all AM. FM just took hold in the late 60s, early part of the 70s. So AM was the staple, but FM was sort of like an uncharted territory.
Okay.
And people were catching on with the whole FM because even cars only had AM radio at the time.
Right.
And then they started putting the AM FM. That was a whole new thing. And FM was sort of it was sort of like the early version of the interwebs.
Right.
That anything goes on the FM station because they used to have the jocks who actually did the music shows, and they play like a 40-minute block of Pink Floyd, you know.
And they were all doing like massive amounts of cocaine in the studio.
Yeah, whatever it was that they did, but it wasn't commercialized so much.
Right.
I mean, they had some commercial sponsorship, but they weren't taking a break every 10 minutes to
for
play
spots.
3 songs out, do 6, 8, 10 minutes of commercials, come back, 10, 15 minutes of songs.
Right.
Whatever. It was like 40 minutes of jams shit.
Right.
You know?
And then it was one commercial for the fucking local car wash or something, and then right back.
Exactly.
Yeah, I miss those days. Those were fun days.
That was early stuff. I was just maybe 9 years old, somewhere around there. But yeah, probably my first recollection of FM radio was Y103 out of Youngstown.
Okay. I know FM wise, we were an MMS house. My mom would get furious if she found her radio not on MMS. Like, we had a little radio in the kitchen, and every morning when she was making breakfast or whatever, she would turn on the radio, and it was always rocking. It was always, you know, whatever was rocking at the time, you know, the Skinnerds and the Zeps and the whatever. You know, Michael Stanley Band or whatever. And I mean, from the time I was little, I remember listening to this stuff. And I can remember I got my first radio, that was actually mine, when I was 13 years old. It was a Sony. It was one of those little squares that was about this big. And it was like a white square radio, and it was digital. And I was the only one in the house that had a digital radio. And it had presets. It had like 3 presets on the top, which that was new too.
Right.
Because this is so long ago that in my mom and dad, both of their cars, it had the toggle switch for AM to FM. Remember those? And slid sideways. It didn't slide up and down.
The
it was
AM,
like
FM.
clunk. You know, you know, it's almost like it had 2 radios in it.
You're changing the band, man.
Yeah, and you would have like clunk to turn it over. But I remember my mom coming in my room one day, and I had the little clock radio, and it had on 98.5 WGCL at the time. And she was like, "What are you listening to?" And I was like, "I'm listening to radio." And she's like, "Well, what are you listening to?" And she's like, I was like, "WGCL. Turn that off. This is an MMS house." I remember her saying that to me. This is an MMS house.
Right.
And she was adamant about the MMA. And I mean, she eventually let up on me on that, but yeah, early on it was like, you know, she was teaching me the right way, apparently.
Right.
I wonder what my dad listened to, because I know he wasn't listening to MMS.
He was listening to some country station.
MJI or something.
Yeah, probably WMJI.
You
with
know,
Bob James.
Yeah, he's listening to whatever fucking had Elvis on it or whatever.
Right. I was just looking this up just for my own edification.
Yeah.
But, WIXY. Wixie. It was out of McKeesport, Pennsylvania.
Know where that is.
And it was because it was an AM station, it would reach the Cleveland, Akron area.
Okay.
Late 60s to the mid 70s. WIXY.
Nice.
1260. And that's what I grew up listening to as a kid, and first hearing rock and roll.
And they played good music, or did they just play?
They were playing Chicago, and they were playing, you know, obviously, if you know anything about the Pittsburgh area, the Jaggers.
Oh yeah.
The Jaggers. You know who was in the Jaggers?
Not Mick.
Donnie Iris.
Oh, I did not know that. No.
Yeah, they had the song, if you could pull it up real quick, is the Jaggers was the rapper. Because if you're from the Pittsburgh area, you'll get this.
They were like Michael Stanley.
Yeah, so if you had a bush out in your yard, it was a sticker bush, but they called it a Jagger bush.
Okay.
Don't get stuck on that Jagger bush out there. Well, they were the Jaggers, and they had the rapper.
That's what the Yinzers called a sticker bush?
Exactly. And Donnie Iris was in the Jaggers.
Okay. Let's see if I can tell.
Hey girl,
I know this.
I bet you there's someone out to get you. You'll find him anywhere, on a bus, in a bar, in a grocery store. He'll say, excuse me, haven't I seen you?
Is that Donnie Iris, the lead singer?
Yes.
The rapper. Yeah, I know this tune.
So he starts his rapping.
I like it. I love that tune.
So this was before Aaliyah and Love Is Like a Rock.
Those are good songs too.
I know those are good songs, but that's Donnie Iris. He's from the Pittsburgh area, and they played him on KDKA and Wixie. And as a kid, that's what early radio for me was listening to that, and also Tommy James and the Shondells.
Oh yeah, sure.
The song Hanky Panky.
But they weren't from there, were they?
No. But Hanky Panky actually broke in Pittsburgh.
Okay. My baby does the hanky panky.
Exactly. I think it was like a B-side on like Crystal Blue Persuasion or something. And one of the jocks in Pittsburgh decided to play the B-side of the 45, which was Hanky Panky, and it caught on. And that's how it became a hit. It was just like, the disc jockeys, and this goes back to the whole Tom Petty song, The Last DJ.
Mm-hmm.
This is when the disc jockeys actually had control over what people heard.
Sure.
They didn't go by a playlist. They weren't like mandated to play this song so many times, blah, blah, blah. Each disc jockey sort of like had their own show, and they decided, I'm going to formulate my show and I'm going to play this tune and that tune and whatever. Not anymore. Fuck that.
That's when radio was good, not good enough.
Because you had personality-driven radio, and they said, well, we don't want personality-driven radio because if you become a star,
now we got to pay you.
We're going to have to pay you. Yeah. And if you become a star, now you're going to be worth X amount of dollars, and we don't want to pay. And
then we got to keep upping it to keep you.
Yeah, and so we want personality-driven radio, not personable radio.
Right.
Or rather
other way.
They want personable radio, not personality radio.
Yeah, they just want you saying, hey, it's 4:23 in the afternoon and it's 78 degrees.
But if you became a star, became a big star, then they were in trouble because now you were popular.
Right. I want to hear a little hanky panky. I want the beginning.
I think Tommy James is from Michigan.
Does the hanky panky. My baby does the hanky panky. My baby does the hanky panky. Hey, my baby does the hanky panky. My baby does the hanky panky.
I gotta think this song was highly risque for the time, right?
It was. That's why it was a B-side.
Because he's talking about fucking his chick.
Yeah, his baby sucks dick and fucks.
Yeah. You couldn't say that in 1966. You weren't even allowed to sleep in the same bed.
But that became very popular because a disc jockey in Pittsburgh decided to play the B-side. And it was just like, holy shit, that kind of like caught on.
Yeah.
How dare you play this subversive music?
He's talking about
Is he talking about anal? Is that really? So you didn't go just from vag, you went to anal right away.
right to anal.
Didn't go from sucking dick to maybe some vaginal sex. You went right to anal.
Right to anal.
Okay.
And I hope you guys do realize this is a total fuck around show tonight. Because I don't even care if we do any topics. People are throwing in songs and I want to hear them.
It's a Labor Day weekend fuck around show. It's just kind of fun. I was looking forward to doing this.
Hell yeah. I love these kind of shows. All right, now we'll play this one just because it's in the chat from PC, Dragging the Line.
Oh, I love this song.
Very, very much. You know, history repeats itself, they say, and yesterday's 50 Packard is today's classic. The same is true with rock and roll music. And no matter how you refine it, you can mold it, you can heat it up, you can cool it down. The basic inspiration of the 50s and the 60s is still ever present in the 70s. One man who turned this inspiration into 11 smash hits with his group, the Shondells, is here with us tonight. The man who recorded this song, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tommy James.
Look at that.
We were...
Oh, look at that hair.
I hear this
Wait
in
a
your song.
minute.
Do you remember...
What's with the hair?
The hair and the shoes and the suit. He went from the clean cut hanky panky guy to this mop top guy. But I think I actually have a 45 single of this song.
Dragging the Line.
I do. I love this song.
I love this tune. It's a good tune.
Dragging
That
the
look.
Line,
Look at that
Dragging
shit.
the Line.
Holy cow.
Remember where the action is?
Oh, I sure do. That was the first show I ever did for you.
Where were we? Test time.
Malibu, that was in 1966.
Why were you late?
Well, I'm not going to say, but I remember I was late, and it cost me $90 because I had to rent 2 taxi cabs to get out there.
Man missed the transportation to the date, took 2 cabs, and this is not your life, but this is the result. Look over here at the monitor. This is Tommy James, 1966.
Oh, boy.
Did you ever think you looked that young?
I'll tell you, I never thought I had hair that short.
That's pretty fun.
Tommy James. In the 1970s again, Tommy James.
Oh, yeah, he's really playing. That suit is something.
Making a living the old hard way. Taking and giving my day by day. I did snow and rain and the bright sunshine. Taking the line. Like those salmon purple flowers. Ain't got much, but we got time.
This is so ungodly fake.
I know, it's just so funny. Number one, where are the horns? Where's the backup singers?
Yeah.
And he's playing an acoustic guitar.
Poorly.
He's just lip syncing the words.
I know you won't get this reference, but some in the audience will. He looks like the fucking honky tonk man from WWF playing guitar. That guy used to always fake playing guitar too, and it looked just like this.
That's just funny.
Jesus.
Guitar Zan.
All right.
This is Jungle Band.
Let's see more of this. This is pretty fun. I love this.
It's just funny, man. It's just, and just think about this. This is 1972. So
50 years ago.
What do you think? What do you think the conversation was prior to the filming of this TV show? It's like, Tommy, just get up there and just listen to the song. You know, nobody's going to realize that you're not really singing it.
Yeah. No one will get it. It's fine, man. It's good publicity for you.
Everybody's going to hear it in the audience, and they're just glad you're here.
They're just going to clap and sing, and maybe you'll sign a couple of autographs after the show.
Yeah, just act like you're playing the guitar, man, and just rock it out.
Yeah, and Dick Clark will send some of his people out to get you some whores for after. It'll be great, man.
Or some Coke.
Oh, I'm sure he had coke. He seems coked up at the beginning.
Yeah. Well, if you ever read the story about Roulette Records, they were, I think they were a New Jersey syndicate, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
And I think that's how Bobby Darin died. I think Bobby Darin was signed to Roulette Records, and like a mob run record label.
Sure.
And Tommy James and the Shondells was signed to Roulette Records. And that was like a shady outfit there. And there's a whole story about that. I am so fascinated by this shit.
Sure, I love
it. That it was kind of a money laundering thing. And if these guys didn't show up or perform or do whatever it is that the mob wanted them to do, they were on the hit list.
Yeah.
Just like, you're just a fucking singer. We'll just...
Dude, that's what's so fascinating if you go forward to about Death Row. Death Row with the rappers was the same exact shit. It was totally like Suge Knight started like a mob empire.
Yeah, well, the Roulette Records was a mob empire.
Same thing. Have you ever watched that movie Straight Outta Compton?
I have.
Yeah, you remember that whole thing at the end when they're playing pool and they're fucking holding the guy under the table with a dog and just totally, scaring the shit out of him that they'll kill him if he.
But I'll be honest with you, I'm a huge Tommy James fan.
I like this. I like everything I know that he sings. I should probably listen to whatever his greatest hits is. I probably know every song.
And the thing is that Tommy James is still out there.
Still out there? How old is he?
He's still out there singing and performing and doing shows and stuff. And there have been shows nearby, and I thought, you know what? I think I might go check that out.
This song might now be called "Hanging on Life."
But I'm a Tommy James and the Shondells fan. I like that old stuff. I love it.
You better go. As somebody's saying in the chat room, he's 77. You better go quick. If he's out there still performing, you might get a Gordon Lightfoot fucking.
Yeah. And again, I loved Gordon Lightfoot. Seen him many times. Met him once. Yeah. And just big fan. Love that stuff.
Speaking of that, I think I'm going to change directions here just because this just reminded me of this.
All right.
Have you seen this Frankie Valli?
There to remind me.
Yeah. Thank you, whoever sang that song. Naked Eyes, maybe?
Something there to remind me.
Is that Naked Eyes?
Something like that.
I was wrong to love her, but I will never.
That's from the last segment.
Yeah, no. Frankie Valli Live 2024. Have you seen this footage?
I have not.
Holy shit.
What is he, like 89?
You ain't gonna believe this footage. This is what, instead of seeing this, and I ain't saying this is good, but Eddie wants to see real shit. Look at this.
He's like Biden. He can barely stand at the microphone.
Watch this.
So is grease the word?
I don't know what the word is. The word is fucking.
The word is they wheel them out there to, make a few shekels.
Just stand there and pretend like he's singing. This is bad.
Yeah.
Watch how bad this is. This is bad on another. This actually gives Eddie Trunk a little bit of credence about the lip syncing. If people are doing this, I could see being mad.
Yeah, he's got guys 50 years younger than him doing the whole shuck and jive up on stage, and he's just and I haven't seen this. I just saw the 3 seconds that you played, and already I could tell you what's happening.
This is unreal.
Look at that. Demon corpse is the word.
Corpse is the word.
It looks like Biden standing up there.
This is worse than Phil Collins. I'm saying it. It's worse than Phil Collins.
Well, at least he can stand. Phil Collins can't stand.
Doesn't make much of a difference.
Because
Phil Collins can sing, though.
I can't stand.
Watch this. Unfucking
Wow. Holy shit.
Come on.
He looks like the Crypt Keeper with hair.
He looks dead.
He does.
This is Weekend at Bernie's.
It is. You remember that TV show, The Crypt Keeper or whatever? He looks like the Crypt Keeper with hair.
He does. But they're pretending that this guy is singing is hilarious.
Holy shit. He's 89.
Are you going to tell me Frankie Valli doesn't have enough money to retire? Come on. 89. How much more can he do this?
Yeah, he's 6 years younger than my dad. And my dad, gets around and stuff, but I couldn't imagine my dad being out on stage singing a song.
There's legitimate chance this guy dies on stage.
Wow.
Don't you think?
Yeah, he's not even moving his lips.
No, he's just
he's just holding the microphone up by his face, and they're just playing some.
It's like he's in a room that's playing his records.
And when was this filmed?
This is recent. Oh. Let's see if it has a date on it. 2 weeks ago.
Wow. Would that be considered elder abuse?
I gotta think so. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if he's making $50,000 or something to show up, I mean, it's going to be hard to claim abuse.
Well, who's accepting the money? Is it him, or is it his family, or his estate?
Dude, I don't think he could hold the check.
Holy shit!
This looks like they glued the microphone to his hand. He probably shows up with the same fucking microphone at every show.
The roadies just put him away in a road case.
Yeah, in a case, like a guitar case.
They just wheel him out during the show.
Just open up cases. Here comes the drums. Here comes the guitars. Here comes Frankie.
I'll give him credit. He retained his hair.
Sure, he didn't.
At 90, he's got a nice full head of hair.
I'm sure that's a wig.
Holy shit.
All right, here's more. Oh, look at that.
There's nothing else to compare.
Do you think he knows he's not singing?
You think he has that high falsetto at
Fuck
80?
no. Fuck no.
Holy shit.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think he knows he's not singing?
I have no idea. He's just like doddering out there like Biden.
Look at this fucking fruit behind him, all happy he's up there. Yeah.
Well, he's getting paid.
But look at it. He's all proud. I'm on stage with Frankie Valli.
Well, he obviously Frankie Valli is a legend, but Jesus Christ, he just goes out there and he's what's the word I'm looking for? He's
a fucking zombie is what he is.
No, I'm talking about the backup singers. They're complicit.
Oh, yeah.
And seeing this and knowing exactly what needs to be done to make this show happen. It's just like, holy shit.
Yeah, I just can't imagine this.
You're accepting your weekly paycheck and you're proud of what you're doing. He's a fluffer.
He's a fluffer.
Yeah.
Fluffs him up.
Oh, boy.
Right,
Wow.
Here's more. There's still more. I love it.
Come on, everybody.
They're cheering him, holding that long note like he's really doing it.
That's absolutely amazing. So, in reality, what do you think the discussion is prior to booking shows like this? Okay, Frankie, all you have to do is go out and hold the mic up and mouth the words, and we'll take care of the rest. Is that what they tell him?
I think so. It's got to be.
What do you think a Frankie Valli commands for a show? What do you think? What do you think a Frankie Valli show is worth?
$20K in a standby casket?
Oh my god, that's fucking nuts. Seriously, that is nuts.
Let's find some of his better songs here. Does he have December? Here we go. Let's get an energetic one. December.
This was 2 months ago.
Yeah. So here's December 1963.
All right. Late December 1963.
Oh yeah, bring in the fire. Oh, why is this guy singing? What's Frankie doing? Having some lunch? Oh, here he comes. Hey, thanks for holding it down for me. Here I come. Oh, what? Is that all he did? Was that growl?
He just went, yeah.
I want him singing. I don't want to see these fucking guys. Oh, here he is. All right.
Hypnotizing, mesmerizing me. She wants everything I dream she'd be. Sweet surrender, one night.
This show sucks. You got the four guys.
I got the butthead face going on like, holy shit. Wow.
Holy cow.
And what kind of venues are they performing at?
Well, let's see if it says. Falls View Casino, Niagara Falls.
All right. So
that big?
Casino, I'm assuming it's
2,000
probably
people?
a couple thousand, maybe.
Holy cow.
Wow.
I can't get enough of this.
That is just fucking amazing.
I love it.
Years ago, we recorded a CD called Frankie Valli Romancing the 60s, and It was a tribute to some of the people that we were listening to during that period of time, and some of the songs we liked. And we thought this would be a good place in the show.
Okay.
To do a couple of those songs from that CD, if it's okay with you guys out there.
Just don't die. Whatever you do, just don't die.
Yeah, he sounds like he's talking over his dentures.
Well, he probably is. He's 89 years old.
I know, he's got the whole, I'm talking over my dentures.
He's talking over his dentures. He's walking out there with 2 replaced hips. And this is an old man that should not be in front of a crowd. And let's hear some of his covers. Because on top of everything else, you're barely getting Frankie Valli singing anyway. But of course, now you're going to get him singing covers instead of his own fucking songs.
Well, what is he singing? There's a whole...
My Girl.
All right, My Girl.
That didn't even sound like it was all right.
Is that supposed to be him singing?
Apparently so.
Come on.
When it's cold outside,
Come on.
I got
Get the fuck out of here.
I guess you say what can make me feel this way.
Retirement.
Dude, you're not gonna believe this.
What?
How much does Frankie Valli charge per show?
How much? 20 G's.
Dude, you're not gonna believe this.
100 G's.
And I don't even know if this is, I don't even know where this number comes from.
Okay.
An example fee to book Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons is in the starting range of
75 grand.
Drum roll, please. 300,000 to 499,000.
That would make this ticket for this casino like $300.
That's if you bought a ticket.
Yeah, that's true. I guess if they paper it. But why would they paper something that's $300,000?
That's what it. I'm just reading what it says here.
Frankie Valli tour dates. Now I got to see how much the tour dates cost.
How much does Frankie Valli make? Frankie Valli has a staggering net worth of $80 million.
So why the fuck at 89 is he out there fucking playing these shows? Go retire. All right, I'm gonna call bullshit on that ticket number.
I'm just telling you what I'm finding on the interwebs.
Well, I just looked up
$49
tickets to
bucks.
see Fox Theater, $60.
Okay.
From Ticketman. But let's see what well, here's the stage. Let's get the close-ups. Can we do that somehow?
Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons prices will range from $71.50 to $171.50.
Yeah, section floor 4. So that's center in the first section, I guess. $160. How can they charge $300,000 and I don't believe that number.
Well, again, I don't
There's
know.
There's no way to make even.
True.
And this one's not at a casino. This is at the Fox Theater in Detroit. There's no way they paid him $300,000. Fuck out of here with that. First of all, do you think who would go to this? Who's still alive that would go to these shows?
Moldy oldies, I guess.
I guess.
So regardless if it's 300,000 or even 100,000, which is a third, or a third of that, he's still commanding a big number.
He's still making more money than most of us are making in a year, in a day. Guess I don't blame him for rising from the crypt to do this for an hour.
Yeah, and who's he doing it for?
Old
his
ladies.
Family, his wife?
Yeah, that's another question. Who's still alive?
Yeah, who's raking in this cash? Because as an old crypt keeper with good hair,
I'm looking to see if he still has a wife or something. Jesus, this fucking fool. He got married last year.
Did he get a 23-year-old?
Jackie Jacobs. Let's see if we can find out anything on Jackie Jacobs.
We're singing Jackie Don't Go.
Yeah, exactly.
With all my cash.
He don't care. He's so old that by the time he go through fucking court, he'd be dead. Yeah, this doesn't say nothing about Jackie. Ain't nothing about Jackie Joyce here, or whatever her name is. Jackie Jacobs. Let's see if I can't find her online here somewhere. Jackie Jacobs. Frankie Valli. Oh, he's dating way younger. Oh my God, how old is she? Jackie, how old is she? They're not even going to tell us how old she is. Dude, come on. When you see this, you're going to be like, Jesus Christ. Get your sounder ready.
This is like Anna Nicole Smith with that old billionaire guy.
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah, she's definitely had plastic surgery, so she's either in her late 30s or early 40s, maybe.
She's from Maryland.
She's got that plastic surgery look to her face. She's got that. Look at how passionate she looks about kissing Frankie.
Yeah, this is wonderful.
I know. She's probably in her 40s, I'm going to guess.
40s or 50s. But she could be 65 and still look young next to this fucking old creep. I just like to know how old she is.
He's got that whole surprised look on her face, on his face.
Surprised he woke up.
Oh, wait a minute. At the time, Valli had already split with his girl's mom, 71, and was remarried to Ann, blah, blah, blah. However, Valli and Hannigan ended their marriage in 82.
Yeah, there's a lot about these old marriages, but there's nothing about this broad. She has walked the red carpet with Valli. Probably fucking holding him up.
She's supportive. Yeah, of course she is. She's
He's got $100 million.
She's looking to cash in.
Good point, J-Rad. Good point. Don't judge. I'm sure it's true love and not the $80 million he's worth.
Not at all. It's like Anna Nicole Smith and that old billionaire geezer guy that she supposedly was married to.
Would you fillet a dead guy for $90 million? Fuck, I might. $90 million's a lot of money.
$90 million, yeah, of course.
$90 million, I'll let you put it on a pay-per-view.
Holy shit.
I don't give a fuck. It's $90 million. $90 million for 5 minutes of work? Yeah. Don't give a shit. And when people say, you're a faggot, you're damn right. Faggot living in a castle.
Yeah. I got $90 million.
Yeah, I got $90 million bucks.
What do you have?
That's right. You have that comment that you left that I'm a faggot.
Right. Yeah, I filleted Frankie Valli's dead corpse, but I got $90 million.
Yeah.
I'll live with the shame of doing that one time, but I'll live the rest of my life in luxury.
$90 million. I'll chew a hole in his ball sack and drink the cum out of it that way. What do you think of that? I don't care. $90 million's a lot of fucking money. Would it be gross? Sure. But $90 million.
Yeah, it's gross.
Yeah, it's gross. Some of the pigs I fucked for free weren't exactly fucking prime.
So what's this chick's name?
something Jacobs. Jackie Jacobs.
Is it Jackie?
Jackie, Jackie Jacobs.
All right.
I think they're keeping her age suppressed.
Who is Frankie Valli's wife?
Yeah, that's the one I was just on. It didn't say
How
her
old
age.
is Jackie Jacobs' new wife? She's 60.
60 years young, Neeley.
Yeah, listen, Frankie Valli has gotten married for the fourth time. The 89-year-old four-season singer married 60-year-old girlfriend Jackie Jacobs at the Westgate Hotel in Las Vegas on Monday, June 26th.
How scary is it that your chick is 60 and she's still 30 years younger than you?
She's still younger. She's still young enough to be your daughter.
Jesus Christ.
Son of a bitch.
Two of them can share stories of Amelia Earhart going missing. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, come on. I mean, 90 years ago, what would that have been? 1930?
And 90 years ago.
Jesus fucking Christ, Frankie can talk about the fucking stock market crash. You know what was a real bitch? World War II. That really sucked.
Wow. That's...
And she'll chime in with, I don't have any of those old stories, Frankie. Jeez, oh man. But I do remember Elvis. Elvis was something, you know. And he'll just look at her and go, oh, you youngsters. That's an old couple there. Holy cow. And yeah, I agree with Fuego. Nothing about the money involved in this.
No. I mean, granted, you know, for a 60-year-old broad, she's not a bad-looking girl. But
No.
I mean, she's got the plastic surgery thing going on her face for sure.
Believe me when I tell you, I don't think that it's her that's, you know, not worried about the money. I think she's only worried about the money. I don't know this woman from anything, but if I had to guess, I would say that she has a calendar and a bottle of arsenic fucking next to the spice rack.
The Classic Metal Show now has all of our videos on Spotify. Simply look up and subscribe to the CMS network on Spotify, and you'll get the audio and video podcasts each day from the Classic Metal Show. It's never been easier to listen to Neeley and Chris, so simply open Spotify, subscribe to the CMS network, and enjoy the Classic Metal Show every single day.